Hello everyone. In last lecture, we have discussed about we have started the 8th chapter, that is the respiration and circulation. So beginning to this chapter, we discuss in that lecture what exactly the meaning of respiration, its universal chemical reaction and respiratory organs, and what type of respiratory surfaces are provided by a different type of living organism. Okay, so today we are going to understand here next topic, that is the gaseous exchange in plants as well as in animals. So students, we know that on a different type of varieties of plants as well as animals are exist. So these different type of plants and animals, they provide or they facilitate a different type of gases exchange, different type of organs facilitate for the gases exchange. That different type of organs we discuss here in the topic, that is gases exchange in plant. So first of all, we discuss here related to the plants. So again student, here in plants different varieties are found on our earth. So these different type of plants has a facilitate different type of organs, for the gases exchange. Okay, so what type of different type of organs which is available for the exchange of gases. So in plants there is a size, shape and structure are provided or facilitated for gases exchange by the diffusion process. So here student, what exactly the meaning of gases exchange by diffusion? So word is that is diffusion. So what is the exact meaning of diffusion? So exact meaning of diffusion means those respiratory organs which available for the gases exchange. So for the gases exchange means available to in and out of the different gases. That means here O2 and CO2. तर O2 and CO2 ला एक्सचेंज करण्यासाठी प्लांट्स फॅसिलिटेट करतं पर्टिक्युलर रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन और रेस्पिरेटरी सरफेस. So the diffusion means lower concentration to the higher concentration. The particular material or particular gases to exchange lower concentration to the higher concentration and higher concentration to the lower concentration, that according to the concentration gradient. That process is known as diffusion. Okay, we understand here what is the meaning of gases exchange. The oxygen and carbon dioxide get exchanged from the body of the living organism to the environment, and environment to the body of living organism. So this process is known as gases exchange. So here is gases exchange means oxygen and CO2. So oxygen in and carbon dioxide out or environment. So this gases exchange in plants. So plants, the shape and structure has a facilitated of gases exchange by diffusion process. तर gases exchange process in plant मध्ये by the diffusion process through होत असते. तर ऑक्सिजन आणि कार्बन डायऑक्साइडचे जे गॅसेस एक्सचेंज आहे ते गॅसेस एक्सचेंज बाय द डिफ्युजन प्रोसेसने होत असतं. सो द डिफ्युजन प्रोसेस मीन्स टू प्रोव्हाइड अ पर्टिक्युलर स्पेस फॉर द गॅसेस एक्सचेंज. सो द higher concentration to the lower concentration, provide a particular space to higher concentration to the lower concentration according to the concentration gradient. But this process is known as diffusion. So this diffusion process all different type of plants to perform a gaseous action process. So here we understand here different type of plants. Some plants are terrestrial, some plants are aerated soil plants, some woody flowering plants, that is trees and shrubs. So this different type of plants has provide a particular respiratory surface. Okay, so this respiratory surface is how help for the gases exchange. Okay, so we understand here first of all in terrestrial plants. So in terrestrial flowering plants has a many air spaces between the cells. Between the cells means that is stem of cells, roots and leaves. And leaves means leaf. Okay, so these cells has air spaces, and these air spaces are continuous in a long life. तर हे जे एअर स्पेसेस प्रोव्हाइड करतात पर्टिक्युलर पार्ट, दिस पर्टिक्युलर एअर स्पेसेस आर कंटिन्युअस. सो we understand here in terrestrial plants. So in terrestrial plants, particular respiratory organ, that is a stomata. So this stomata is present in a particular part which is present in plant, and that part is known as leaves. That part is known as leaves. So on the upper surface and lower surface there is a present of stomata. तिथे काय प्रेझेंट असतो? स्टोमॅटा. अँड दिस स्टोमॅटा is available small pores on the upper surface and lower surface of the leaves. So with the help of stomata, some terrestrial plants perform a respiration process. So these small pores, they provide a gaseous action space. They provide a space, and with the help of space they perform a gaseous action process. So when the stomata is open, at that time they perform a gaseous action, means oxygen in and carbon dioxide out. So the particular respiratory organ is present in terrestrial plant, that is a stomata, and this stomata present on the upper and lower surface of the leaves. So the stomata means small pores. So stomata means small pores, and these small pores we cannot see in our naked eyes. So these pores we observe under the microscope. So when we observe under microscope, we observe on the upper and lower surface of the leaves, that is a leaves, and this leaves portion here on the upper surface and lower surface of the stomata is present, and this stomata has a small pores. तर असे small pores असतात, आणि that small pores when opens, तर ते स्मॉल पोर्स, स्टोमॅटाचे हे जे स्मॉल पोर्स आहेत, जेव्हा ते काय होत असतात, ओपन होत असतात, at that time there is a respiration process is performed. So here like stomata is present, then again here, so this like of stomata is present, So this is a guard cell, this is a guard cell, and this is the opening of stomata. Okay, understand here? So this is a structure of stomata. So this stomata is present on the upper surface and lower surface of the leaves. Okay, so then now next one is, that is aerated soil plants. So in aerated soil means inside part of the soil. So inside part of the soil there is a plant part is present, and that plant part is known as a root part. There is a root part. So in this root part there is a root tissues is present. With the help of root tissues, aerated soil plants perform a respiratory process, means gaseous action process. So this root, they absorb a water. So the oxygen is mixed in water. So this mixed water is absorbed by the root tissues. So here is a small type of root tissues is present. So here is a soil, aerated soil. So in aerated soil there is a water and different type of minerals are present. So with the help of this particular organ, they absorb water and different type of minerals. So in water there is oxygen is present. So this oxygen is used for the gaseous action process in whole plant body. So in whole plant body. So this is a aerated soil plants. Then now next part is that is a woody flowering plant. So the first part and this is second and the third. So in woody flowering plants. So in woody flowering plant, that is a particular plant part is present. With the help of plant part, that is a stem. So with the help of stem. So in on the upper surface of stem. So see here, this is a stem part. This is a stem part. So on the upper surface of stem, there is a impervious bark is present. That is the external part. So here is an external part. So on the external part of the stem, there is an impervious bark is present. Impervious bark. So this is an impervious bark. This is a impervious bark. So with the help of impervious bark, the plant is perform a particular respiratory process or gaseous action process. So in impervious bark, so inside part of there is a small pores again is present. So with the help of this small pores is known as lenticles. So this is a lenticle. So with the help of lenticles, these flowering plants, they perform a gaseous action process. So woody flowering plant is trees and shrubs. So trees and shrubs, these are the perform a gaseous action process by the lenticles as well as impervious bark. So these different respiratory organs has or perform a respiratory process or respiration process, or it means that gaseous action process. So then the next part is that is respiration in animals. Okay. So in next part, that is a respiration in animals. So here is respiration in animals. Respiration in animals. So here again, as we know that different type of animals are present on the earth. Okay, so these different type of animals again here has a different type of respiratory organ. With the help of these respiratory organs, they all are perform a respiration process or gaseous action process. So which is the different respiratory organs, with the help of these respiratory organs, animals are perform a respiration process. So let us understand here different type of animals as well as its different habitation and its different respiratory organs. Okay, so in depending upon the complexity of organization and surrounding medium, certain parts of the body, they have become specialized of different type of respiratory organs. So ॲनिमल्सचं जे कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन आहे किंवा त्याच्या सराउंडिंग मीडियम आहे किंवा त्याचे सर्टन पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी आहे, तर त्यानुसार त्याच्या होल बॉडी सिस्टमवर किंवा होल बॉडीवर एक पर्टिक्युलर और स्पेशल असं रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन्स असू शकतो किंवा असतो. सो बट इन हायर ॲनिमल्स these respiratory organs are also associated with the transport system. So these all are the examples of different type of animals, and they have a different type of respiratory organs as well as its habitation. त्याच्या habitation नुसार they all have a different type of respiratory organs. तर जशा पद्धतीचं त्याच्या बॉडीचं स्ट्रक्चर असेल किंवा डिफरंट टाइप ऑफ त्याचा हॅबिटेशन असेल, त्यानुसार त्याचं काय असणार आहे, रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन हे सुद्धा डिफरंट असणार. सो सी हियर देयर इज अ स्पॉन्जेस अँड सिलेंटेराइड्स. तर स्पॉन्जेस लाईक अँड सिलेंटेराइड्स, स्पॉन्ज वगैरे जे असतात, दे ऑल हॅव अ respire through the plasma membrane. तर स्पॉन्जेस आणि सिलेंटेराइड जे असतात ते प्लाझ्मा मेम्ब्रेन एक रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन असतो. विथ द हेल्प ऑफ दिस रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन दे परफॉर्म अ गॅसेस एक्शन प्रोसेस. सो स्पॉन्जेस अँड सिलेंटेराइड they live in a water, that is aquatic in habitation. So with the help of aquatic habitation they facilitate a particular respiratory organ, and this particular respiratory organ is known as plasma membrane. So on the body surface of sponges there is a particular opening is present, and that particular opening is known as ostia. So with the help of ostia, so on the surface of ostia there is a small opening. So this small opening is known as plasma membrane. So with the help of ostia, all type of sponges and cilenterids they perform a respiration process. Then another one is that is flatworm. Flatworm मध्ये example planaria and annelids and amphibians like animals, that is frog. So these type of animals they have a particular respiratory organ. That respiratory organ is known as general body surface and moist skin. So these all different animals they live in water or semi in water. Sometimes they live on land and sometimes live in water. Okay, so this particular type of living organism or animals they provide a particular respiratory organ. So these respiratory organs, that is general body surface and moist skin. So with the help of this respiratory organ they they perform a respiration process. Okay, so then another one is that is insects. So again here insect like that is cockroach. Insect there is a cockroach. So on the surface of cockroach there is on the surface or inside part of the body there is a particular network of tubes is present. Okay, so again here, so insects, all type of insects live on land, that is a terrestrial plants. They respire through a spiracle and tracheal tubes. So on the surface of insects, on the body surface of insect there is a network of small tubes. Network of small tubes are present. That small tubes is known as tracheal tubes. So these tubes are opens and opening of these tubes is known as spiracles. So with the help of spiracles all type of insect they perform a respiration process. Then another one is that is arachnids. So with the example of arachnids is spider and scorpions. So these scorpion and arachnids they respire through a book gills. So these arachnids all animals live in or live on terrestrial or live on land. So these are the terrestrial animals. So these arachnids a spider are scorpions. They have a particular respiratory organs. आणि तो जो particular respiratory organ आहे that is a book lungs. So these book lungs are present on the surface of this type of animals, that is arachnid animals. So the book gills are arranged a particular book like pages. So तर बुकचे जसे पेजेस असतात त्यांची जी अरेंजमेंट असते that type of arrangement there is a present that is a book lungs. So there is a बुकचे जे पेजेस असतात तशाप्रमाणे त्या लंगची अरेंजमेंट असते. So then another one is that is limulus. So limulus, that is arthropod. So again here these limulus animals they respire through a book gills, and these animals they live in water, that is a aquatic animals. So again here on the body surface of limulus there is a book gills is present. With the help of book gills they absorb or they in oxygen and out of carbon dioxide. Okay, so again here gills ची जी अरेंजमेंट असेल, gills arrangement pages of book. So that respiratory organ is known as book gills. Okay, then another one is that is tadpoles. So the tadpoles, for example of frog, again here is on the body surface of externally there is a gills present. So the frog is or the tadpole is live in water, that is again here is aquatic animal. So on the body surface of frog there is a gills is present. So these gills they absorb or they in oxygen and out carbon dioxide. So with the help of this particular respiratory organs these animals they perform a respiration process. Then now another one is that is fishes. So as you all of you know that fishes, so all type of fishes they respire through a internal gills. They provide a particular gills. So with the help of gills they respire they perform a respiration process. So fishes live in water, that is a aquatic animals. So this is a aquatic animals. So water mix oxygen. So water mix oxygen they transport in gills. So these gills they respire, they perform a respiration process. So this is the internal gills. Then now next one is that is reptiles and birds as well as animals. These all are animals, they respire through a lungs and they all are live in land, live on land, or that is terrestrial animals. So these reptiles, birds and mammals they have a respiratory organ and this respiratory organ is known as lungs. So with the help of lungs they perform a double circulation process and they perform a respiration process. Then again last one is that is turtles, and the respiratory organ which is present is that is a cloaca. So these turtles live in under water. With the help of water mix oxygen they perform a respiration process with the help of particular respiration organ, respiratory organ. This respiratory organ is known as cloaca. So the turtle have a particular respiratory organ and the name is that is a cloaca. So with the help of cloaca they perform a respiration process. These all different type of animals have a different type of respiratory organs as they depending upon its habitation. त्याच्या habitation नुसार त्याचं काय आहे respiratory organ आणि तो respiratory organ help करतो कशासाठी respiration process perform करण्यासाठी. So here is this part is finished and we will discuss in next lecture the next topic that is respiration in human beings. तर human beings respiration process कसं perform होते and which type of respiratory organs are present and which is the particular respiratory parts are present and how they all parts are help for the respiration process. So here is today's topic is finished. So next topic we will discuss in next lecture.